Anyway, we got a voicemail caller, so don't go anywhere. We'll actually go ahead, tap into that now. And he was referring to, the movie thing. So I dropped my top 5 movie list, football movies, and I had a couple of different things on there, actually. So just to kind of run through the list before I play the voicemail again and give you a heads up. I had Friday Night Lights on there. I got to go back and actually find the list. But I had a good amount of team or a good amount of guys on there, movies. So I'm going to just brief through it. I think this was correct. Whatever. It don't matter. Friday Night Lights was number 1. Remember the Titans was on there. The one with Jamie Foxx and what was that one called? Man, I can't remember, of course. I knew it was going to happen. I'll come back to it. I had Draft Day on there, and then I had the Waterboy on there, the Adam Sandler film. And I thought those was a great selection. It was Any Given Sunday. That was the one I was missing. So my 5, I had Friday Night Lights, just to catch you up on the conversation. Friday Night Lights was on there. Any Given Sunday, Remember the Titans, Waterboy, and Draft Day. That was my top 5 football movies ever made. And I was telling people, I didn't really get a chance to watch Rudy and American Underdog, some of those stuff. So that's what this voicemail is about. Let's hear it, man. Let's do it.
With Cash, and
it's good.
I agree with all your picks, but you gotta take, or most of them, you gotta take out Any Given Sunday for Greater, man. That's a good movie.
Ooh.
You need to watch it, go watch it.
See, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could take out Any Given Sunday. Any Given Sunday. And I know I haven't seen Greater either, so I'm going to have to just really go back and watch this to evaluate and know what I'm missing out on and if it goes in the top 5 or not. But with Any Given Sunday, no, I can't replace that one. I would before I replace Any Given Sunday, I would probably take out Draft Day. Just because Draft Day didn't have a crazy amount of football action. It wasn't like super action-packed. It was more so behind the scenes of seeing how GMs work out and seeing the things that they do. And it was still very exciting. And they were trying to find prospects and all of that. But I'm gonna just have to watch Greater. I hope you're right. But I can't take out Any Given Sunday. I can't, man. I can't do that. But of course, I appreciate you calling, bro. If you listening and you want to go ahead and leave a quick take, holler at us and let me know what you think. What movies in your top 5 of all-time football movies? Leave us a quick take, 219-413-9405. Of course, we'll play your take back on our next episode. And then from there, we'll respond, give us some context and all of that. But look, don't go anywhere. We got some news for the run happening. And that's coming up too. And then some stuff about the Atlanta Falcons, man. My team, that whole Kirk Cousins thing drive a lot of people crazy. And being a Falcons fan, it's only right if I say something. All right, so let's get into it, man. I got some news for the run here, and I'm going to start off in the NBA. They actually got a lot going on in the NBA. You're starting to see a lot of guys rest and recover now because you're at the back end of the season. So Oklahoma City Thunder, they play the 76ers tonight, and they're going to be resting multiple starters, including SGA, because there's really no sense for them to play, and they'll still probably win because it's the 76ers. Another thing, too, so Steve Kerr, he's giving Steph Curry the night off, even though they play the Milwaukee Bucks. And this kind of going to be, you really need to lock in on this playoff push. But maybe, just maybe, the Warriors are trying to fall back to the 7th seed, play in, and target their opponent in the playoffs of the Rockets or the Oklahoma City Thunder. Who knows? However, either way, they're coming off a tough loss to the Denver Nuggets, and now they're probably going to lose again against the Milwaukee Bucks. But anyway, kind of on, it was a concern to a lot of people, but Tracy Morgan, comedian, actor, he was at the Knicks game the other day, and he just started puking, started letting loose. And as of now, they're saying, the cause for that was just food poison at MSG, and, nobody really knows what's going on, but this is what the league is saying, and this is what multiple reports are saying. However, let me just go ahead and give you some of the standings of where people are right now. So I told you a little bit about the Western Conference, so I'm not going to repeat too much about that. Just know OKC is the number 1 seed right now, and seeds 2 all the way through seed number 8 are about 4 to 3 games apart. So that seed is going to be changing a lot. So just keep an eye out on that. Going to the Eastern Conference, the Cleveland Cavaliers, that win streak that they had is over. It was a 15-game win streak or 16-game win streak, but they ended up losing to the Orlando Magic, and it was a close game. But now, they're still rolling, still number 1 seed, still got the playoff spot secured. Celtics also secured that playoff spot as well. And then 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th seed, you got the New York Knicks at the 3rd seed, Milwaukee Bucks at the 4th seed, Pacers 5th, Pistons at the 6th seed, and then in the play-in games right now, got Atlanta Hawks, Orlando Magic, Chicago Bulls, Miami Heat. Them playoff teams, man. The play-in games, I still don't really like it, to be honest, man. I think the play-in is still something that's just kind of whack to have. Yes, it does give you more basketball, but what is the point of it's just whack, man. I don't know. I struggle. I go back and forth about that. However, let's move over to the NFL, because the NFL had a couple of different things, and as you know, free agency and all of that stuff still has its lingering effects. But going over to the free agency, so cornerback Jeff Okudah, he just signed a new 1-year deal with the Minnesota Vikings. And then also college football 25 or college football 26, I guess. EA Sports, they're offering athletes $1,500 to opt in the next year's college football game. This is going to be college football 26. And apparently the cover was leaked out. So Ryan Williams, Alabama wide receiver. I'll be talking about Bama later. Go ahead, check it out, The Voice of College Football. My host, me and Brady on there. But yeah, apparently Ryan Williams took a picture at the shoot for College Football 26, the video game, and they had the poster in the background for the deluxe edition. So that's how it works out. So you just got to be careful nowadays, and you never really know. However, you got other stuff happening in the league. So one of the things in the NFL that I did want to touch on and wanted to mention was Kirk Cousins.